From Heidi Giokos just a short while ago, and our reporters also Letiwe Mdluli and Nobesuthu Hejana. Let's go to KZN and Letiwe, how is it? How's week 2 of phase 2 progressing? They're considering that they are still dealing with the phase 1 rollout, and you've got an overlap of both the phases. How are health authorities there actually managing to sort of get this done properly? How are they managing this entire process, 2 phases at the same time?
Well, Yuveka, as you correctly said, some healthcare workers are still getting vaccinated, as during the phase 1, some healthcare workers were not actually, or the phase 1 vaccination rollout was not finished. So during phase 2, over 60s and also healthcare workers here in KZN are getting vaccinated. I spoke to the Department of Health here in the province earlier on, and they did say that over 55,000 people here in KZN have been vaccinated, majority of them being over 60s, as over 35,000 have been vaccinated. But at the moment, I'm joined by the PSA's Mlungisi Ndlovu, who's just going to share some challenges that they are faced with on the ground. Mlungisi, good morning. I just want to find out from you some of the challenges that you've been experiencing with the vaccinations so far.
So, with the phase 1 vaccination, the challenge was that there were long queues in certain hospitals, but after we've addressed with the HOD and the MEC, they were able to attend to those particular issues. And another challenge is that if you look in terms of the phase 1, they've already vaccinated 75% of the healthcare workers. But the challenge is we encourage the healthcare workers to come forward because some of them have not been vaccinated. So it's important that they respond to the call and get vaccinated. You see what's happening in Free State and Gauteng in terms of the 3rd wave. It is for these reasons that we encourage, we must not lose an opportunity in terms of the vaccination. It's a very important, we must get this herd immunity.
You've also touched on the issue of long lines and the expansion of vaccination sites. Can you please just explain more about that?
So there were long queues, in terms of numbers of healthcare workers that get vaccinated. After it was reported in the province, it was attended to. It is for these reasons that we're saying we still have some healthcare workers that have not been vaccinated. So it's very dangerous. We have lost so many healthcare workers in the province. We also have appealed to say they must expand the vaccination site. If you look at eThekwini Metro alone, we've got over 30 sites. So we also appeal to the department to say we must increase this site so that our people get immune that they deserve. It is for these reasons that we'll continue to engage. So far, we help with the progress. The department is engaging us at the provincial level. We are participating as organized labor. We also have been given opportunity to visit this site and see some of the challenges and be part of the team. It is for these reasons that for now we encourage all the people to be vaccinated. I've also taken my vaccine last week on Tuesday. I did not develop any symptoms. It is for these reasons that we must avoid these fake news around the vaccination. Let's use the opportunity.
You were also saying that a lot of healthcare workers who are not vaccinated at the moment are hesitant to go get vaccinated because of these fake news. Can you please just elaborate on that?
So there are a lot of fake news about these vaccinations. There are a lot of lies and propaganda. It is for these reasons that we believe that government will not be able to be involved in any propaganda. We encourage all healthcare workers and also the public at large to get this vaccine. You have seen what has happened in the second wave. We have lost so many public servants during that period. We have lost so many relatives. It is for this reason that we are saying we're calling upon those people who are sharing the fake news. They must stop it. We need to protect our community. We need to protect our country. All over the world, people get vaccinated. Why we should run away from this vaccination? We encourage them.
Thank you so much, Mlungisi. So, Yuveka, coming back to the studio, what Mlungisi is saying is that there's a lot of fake news that has been spread, and that has actually kind of prevented a lot of healthcare workers who are still not vaccinated from going to these vaccination sites. We know that here in KZN, just last week Friday, over 4,000 people actually tested positive for COVID-19. The province is not currently under the 3rd wave, but there are talks that the province is going to be experiencing a 3rd wave soon as the numbers keep on growing. But as I said before, over 55,000 people have been vaccinated so far since last week, since the phase 2 vaccination rollout kicked off from Monday up until Friday last week.
All right, Letiwe, thanks so much. Let's head on over to Cape.